Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind?
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the LANCESCURV show. Went slow for a little bit, got rested, and I'm back strong. We're going to come out cooking. We're going to come out steamrolling. Who's getting steamrolled today? Pastor Jamal Bryant. Listen to his words on what he said about Kevin Samuels without saying his name. We know he's speaking about Kevin Samuels, so don't come to me, well, he didn't really mention his name. He's throwing shade at Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels, and I want to break down why. But first, listen to this.
To men who have no authority. How can a man say that you are of low value after 35? How can a man say that you do not have the level of traction of a high-powered man when that man has got to get a GoFundMe for his funeral?
Okay, you heard it for yourself. You heard it for yourself. Let's break this down. Let's just be real in what we're going to say. I promised y'all that as I get older, I'm just going to come out swinging. A lot of these pastors are very angry about independent individuals on social media who gain large followings. That's the bottom line, but we're going to break it down even more. There are many black pastors who don't like black male social media influencers because they can say things as influencers that the pastors can't. These pastors, not all, but some, and actually too many, they crave attention. Many of them are narcissists, sociopaths. They must have attention. So now, after Kevin Samuels transitions, we have Pastor Jamal Bryant, who is not pristine in his reputation, throwing major shade on the reputation of Kevin Samuels. You see, Pastor Jamal Bryant spoke about authority. What authority are you talking about? Really, what authority are you talking about? They call him a man of God. What really is a man of God? I am so sick of these people. Man of God. So God came down and gave you authority, Pastor Jamal Bryant, to talk about another man, another black man at that, who wasn't messing with you, who wasn't bothering you. And as far as I can see, he never said in life anything directly against you. So why are you coming against him this way? Because you don't like the fact that this man got major attention and he didn't have the authority of the church hierarchy. Some of y'all need to get over it because your gigs are over, except for those few who are blinded by your words and emotionalism. Kevin Samuels, as far as I know, brought facts. His delivery may have been a little different, but a lot of you pastors wish you can speak freely. I can speak freely, but people receive me in a certain way, and I'm a little guy out here on social media. So I'm not here to knock anybody when they're down. I'm not here to throw shade on anybody. I've never done that. I've expressed my opinion, but I would never throw shade. So you as a man of God, why would you throw shade on a man after he transitions? Evidently you knew who he was, and you felt it was important enough to get up there in front of your flock, who would probably clean off the grooves of your boots after you stepped in some dog feces. It's the Eddie Long syndrome. Even after Eddie Long paid off those 5 boys for what they say he allegedly done. Well, if I didn't do anything, I'm not paying for nothing. But he paid. And he paid because he knew he was wrong. And he paid because if there was some investigation on a federal level and they had to go into those text messages, I believe there were so many other people who would have been implicated in a circle of pedophiles and a circle of men in high power, in high places, who would have gotten big trouble if it was exposed. So go on ahead and take your fall, Eddie. You don't have to admit anything. But we're going to help you get this money up. Why don't we trace where he got that money? Not to change the subject, what I'm saying is that these guys who make that amount of money from the church, and I'm not hating, because I don't want that blood on my hands. They got to protect their assets. They got to protect their image, even if it means throwing shade on someone else. If you are truly a man of God, why don't you help that family get the money up for Kevin Samuels' funeral? And why would you say it that way? He didn't even have enough money for his funeral. Don't quote me exactly how he said it, but he insinuated that he didn't have enough money for his funeral, so he had to get a GoFundMe account. Dummy. If you all in the church believe that, tell me this. Unless you know you're about to die, how do you set up a GoFundMe account for your death when you didn't even know you were going to die? Possibly his family doesn't know how much money he made on YouTube and other endeavors. He didn't seem destitute to me, traveling all over the place, speaking all over the place. I never heard him ask anyone for anything, but he had his different platforms set up. I believe it may have been PayPal and Cash App. I'm not sure exactly which ones he chose. Oh, but he had super chats. And I'm not in the man's pocket like this, but since Pastor Jamal Bryant brought that up, I feel that's another aspect of what pissed him off. Because I know personally that there are many out here on social media who get pissed when they see people donate money to your platform and your cause because they feel there's some value to it. You got to pass around an offering plate. These people on Kevin Samuels' platform would give because they felt that what he was saying was correct. Now, there are many people out here will say, well, you're defending him and you're defending this and you're defending that. You have your opinions on him. But all I know, and I'm going to say it this way, if we had more men like Kevin Samuels with the basic message that he brought, as opposed to a Jamal Bryant who can get up there and speak in that stupid perpetual pastor tone. What is all of that? Was something you got something stuck in your throat? Pubic hair or something? What you got stuck in your throat, man? And I hope it's a woman's pubic hair. Better not be no man's. But how do you set up a GoFundMe account for your funeral? And you died first, dummy. Evidently, someone, the family, possibly a close friend, set that up. Now, what's today's date? It's the 14th. You don't get paid on YouTube, let me hip you to something, until the 21st. When you get super chats, when you get revenue from your videos, it all gets lumped up into one and it hits your bank account on the 21st. Now, with the kind of views that Kevin Samuels has been getting on his platform, and especially after his transition, going to his old videos, going to previous shows, interviews that other people conducted, having him on their platform, there's about to be a rush, a tsunami of views, quality views, because evidently Pastor Jamal Bryant doesn't know how this works. We see videos that get 1 million hits, Oh, they must be getting money. It could be a woman shaking her backside. Clickbait. And a person watches it for 15 seconds. But you don't know that. But you can have another video that gets 50,000, 100,000, 250,000 hits, and in actuality make way more money because the person or the people or that 250,000 people watch the video all the way to the end. That counts just as much. But then again, maybe Pastor Jamal Bryant didn't realize that. He didn't realize how this thing works, so he made an ass out of himself speaking about the man's money. It just happened, dummy. And I'm quite sure he accumulated enough money over the years to take care of himself. Was he asking you for anything? And I'm quite sure if Kevin Samuels had child support to pay, he'd pay it. From what I'm hearing, Pastor Jamal Bryant, I'm not sure, but this is what people out there are saying. That you had issues where you could not even pay or did not even pay. I'm quite sure the offering plate is full. Pay your child support. You know, personally, and I don't care who doesn't like it, it seems as though these dudes who can't pay, won't pay, don't pay their child support go on hating on somebody who has their act together. Why is that? And they always want to come after someone who's got their act together. I seem to attract these idiots like that. They tell you, oh, about being a man and you should do this, or they throw things out to the universe. But when you find out their personal situation, they running from the child support. Some of them even leave a country, but they want to be mad at me. I just don't understand it. So there's a lot of envy going on out here between black men, and we need to address it. But I have to say that I receive a whole lot of love, and I thank you for that. Because number one, I'm not out here trying to throw shade that has no substance. If I speak about something, there's some substance behind it. And I don't think Pastor Jamal Bryant liked the fact that Kevin Samuels spoke his mind. And when I said, if I had to choose between a Pastor Jamal Bryant and a Kevin Samuels now, at the core message, let's forget the delivery, all that stuff like that, in the way maybe Kevin Samuels may have laced his words. Let's not forget that Kevin Samuels came out hard on black men. And not really in a derogatory way, but this is some barbershop talk. This is some real talk. And what do you want him to speak in a monotone voice and be boring? No, he said certain things to jolt us into waking up, because as severe as the misdirection is, the more severe the correction must be. And what he wanted to see were black families restored again, marriages restored again, that we need to check ourselves. I really don't believe he hated black women. There's so many who say that. But then again, I've seen countless black women stepping to the forefront and saying, you saved my marriage. Or I'm glad that I ran into you, Kevin Samuels, because you helped to change my thinking. Medicine often does not taste good. Often medicine is the nastiest thing that you can put on your tongue. But when it goes down and does the job to get you back well again, you understand that it's something very necessary to help you to heal. But Jamal Bryant felt threatened. He probably secretly admired Kevin Samuels. Says the man dresses nice. He's independent. He speaks his mind. You see, a lot of these pastors don't like when you are on social media and can honestly accrue a large following. They don't like that. See, they have their church hustle going on. And I remember back in Orlando, Florida, there's a pretty big church. I won't say which one. You know, I used to work in corrections. You know, I know a lot of guys in the street. And this one guy got out. And this is after I was in corrections. And he went to get some aid as far as canned food that they were giving out at one of these local churches. And this is a sizable church. And he saw the pastor and one of the deacons there standing behind the operation. And he heard the pastor and the deacon bring up the name SCURV, LANCESCURV. And they said, this guy's SCURV. Who does he think he is? He's not a pastor. This guy is merely a bus driver, and he used to work in the jail, I heard. Who does he think he is? Talking the way he does, like he's a pastor. Listen, pastors, half of you are Masonic anyway. Half of you are deceptive anyway. It was never in my aspiration to be a pastor, and I don't have to go through that hierarchy for people to like me, for people to vibe with me. And this is what you don't like, because social media has helped many individuals circumvent having to go that way. I never wanted to be that. I never wanted to be a liar. Not all pastors are liars. But I never wanted to be one who twists words around and for satisfaction and for followers. There are pastors out here who are so angry at times when I can't get a following. I need to be bigger. Just be used by your God in the way that you can be of service to others. That's the damn problem with so many pastors. They're doing what they're doing and they're looking sideways. Oh, this pastor's raking in more money. Oh, this pastor got more popular than me. Oh, this pastor's invited to more conventions. How do I do this? I know pastors like that. They got drinking problems, some of them. They got problems controlling, keeping their penis in their pants. Kevin Samuels, he never had to hold back with that. Kevin Samuels got women. Matter of fact, when he transitioned, he was with a woman. What would you want him to be, with a man? And they had to find fault with that. Oh, but it wasn't a black woman. That's another issue. That's another issue. But he fought for black families, black men, black women, and told it like it was and brought facts. One of the things that shocked me, and I researched not as much as he did, but when he brought up, and we're talking about Kevin Samuels now, the fact that most black men are not incarcerated or gay. Because you know, a lot of us like to come out here and say that, well, there's not enough good black men out here, and a lot of them are locked up, a lot of them are gay, And when he went, and the website, I forgot what it was. Somebody here, please drop it in the comments section and I'll look for it and I'll drop it in the description area another time. But it brought the facts. It dispelled those rumors that are prominent, which takes away the excuses that we have to do what we do as black men and black women. He set the record straight. You see, Pastor Jamal Bryant, if he was truly a man of God, he wouldn't have those issues of the many affairs that he's had in his life. Yes, if you step up and you say you're that, you better be held to a higher standard. I don't see anywhere where Kevin Samuels said he was a pastor. I don't see any building that he built, any structure where he said, this is my place that you have to come to. You have many people out here, hucksters and beggars and shysters, begging for money to build a structure, and it ain't built yet, and ran through probably $1 million over the last 10 years. See, black people, lots of you can be the wind beneath the wings of these fools. Yeah, they want jets, they want the suits, they want the building fun, and you just give your damn money away. Y'all are so stupid. Even after Eddie Long, it was exposed, some people were just, that's a man of God and he could do. We are the biggest circus on the planet Earth. And some of you are going to hate me for that. I don't care. I'm in the I don't care phase of my life. I'm so close to 60 years old that if I move the wrong way, 60 is going to get pregnant. Hello, Lance. Yes, who's this? This is 60. Hi, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? Well, everything's okay, but I want to let you know something. What? Well, remember 3 months ago when we spent that night out? Yeah, sure. We had a good time. You want to hang out again? Well, I wouldn't mind hanging out again, but you haven't called me, and my period it's not around. Okay. Well, you know what that means, right? Yeah, you're possibly pregnant. Yeah. I'm so close to 60 years old, if I move the wrong way, it gets pregnant. So I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I'm not an old man. There's a lot of juice in my fruit, but I will say I'm in the old man phase. I can wear striped pants, polka dot shirts, and still be cool. Oh, he's an old man. I'm not gonna run it, but I ain't gonna do that because I'm gonna listen to Kevin Samuels and kick a little more style because he taught me a lot. See, if we had a Kevin Samuels in the black community, right, which we did, but now more so, we had more of them, they would teach the brothers how to conduct themselves. They would teach the brothers that they need to find a career or some type of entrepreneurial endeavor. They need to get some bank. They need to learn how to groom themselves. They need to be educated in something, to present themselves in a proper manner, to be respectful. And I understand when he say high value, but I'm saying that it's not just about money. High moral value. High value across the board. And I'm going to say that term more, but maybe it'll be a little bit more of an addendum to what Kevin Samuels stressed. We all need to be high value individuals. And what kind of high value individuals are Jamal Bryant inspiring to be? I mean, you're cheating on your wife, you're having all this sex, you're not paying child support, you're supposed to be a man of God, and you're ridiculing him, not knowing that he can't make a GoFundMe unless he knew he had a terminal illness. Well, I'm going to die tomorrow, so let's just make a GoFundMe. Did he do that? Are you really saying he did that? Are you in this man's pockets? You got enough stuff to atone for. Why don't you go to the family and offer them help? And this is the thing with a lot of these pastors. Why do y'all do that? You have people who give to the church faithfully, and they may run into a little obstacle, and they come and say, well, listen, I need a little help or whatever. Now, I could imagine there's some who are just pests, that they don't really need that help, but they just keep coming at you. I understand that. But you have some who have paid money to the church and the ministry and undergirded you, and you can't help them back? Heck, I don't hardly get money on the level of these people. And there have been people that, hey, listen, I got you. I'm not saying no $1,000. I've never, whatever, but you've given. If I don't have it, I don't have it. Sometimes I'm doing these videos and don't have much in the account at all. And y'all can't believe that. But that's true. I'm not out here grubbing like that. I appreciate it, and I put any dime and every bit of money that I have back into this equipment that I have. And I'm on the downside right now. I need a lot more things, but I'm not going to come out here, hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the PayPal. I'm building a school. Or for the pastors, the building fund. How come you got a building fund for a building that never got built? 20 years, 25 years, the building fund. The building fund? You're already in the building. What building fund? A man of God, so-called, which that title is a joke. I'm not saying our creator is a joke, but that title, we're mere humans, mere men who are hating on others, who are getting attention, that didn't go down the same line. Look, there are people who hate on me because where I find myself in life right now. They just knew, Lance is not gonna make it like me. Lance didn't go to school like me. I love my life right now, and I always have. And I always had the confidence, and I always knew that what's for me is me. I don't have to hate on the next man. I may buy a subcompact. You might have a luxury sedan. I'm not mad at you. Your house might look like a guard shack compared to my house if it's bigger. Don't be mad at me. What we put out is what we get back. And Pastor Jamal Bryant, what you're putting out and what you've already done, that's already known. You don't have the right to even step to another black man who gave us information and guidance. Yes, his delivery may not have been what some people liked, but look at the overall intent behind it. You may go to a restaurant that makes your favorite food and it's a little too spicy. You may have to tell them, listen, just cut back on that hot stuff. But I love the food. Let's deal with facts. How many pastors deal with facts? They come with the emotionalism. They come with the pie in the sky. They come with the stuff, get you riled up, playing the music. Now here come the offering plate, and it's a hustle. And you get just as much or just enough inspiration to last 6 more days until it's time to get up and come back to church again on that Sunday morning. And for some, like Seventh-day Adventists, that Saturday morning. At least the Adventists tell you how to eat. You know what I mean? I just don't understand it. We're the only ones. We got more churches in our community. Just as much as there might be crack houses and liquor houses and gambling houses and whore houses. Them white crackers know exactly where to go when they want to have a good time. I'm going to go over to the nigger side of town and I'm going to go get high. We're going to get drunk. Going to get a little bit of that crack too. We're going to gamble, maybe make some of the money back. And then we're going to go for those black booties, round booties. We love them. But in our neighborhood, we have to act like we hate them. Please. We're a nation of hypocrites, y'all. America is a nation of hypocrites, and black people from America and in America have become the biggest jokes in the whole world with this foolishness. And it's over here in the motherland too. The whole religious thing, pastor worship, the flock. Men, get up and get some balls and think for yourself. Stop running behind these pastors like they want to do something for you. You have submitted and emasculated yourself and made yourself submissive to another shyster's cause. And when you stand up, whether a person believes in you or not, or vibes with you or not, and speak your mind, these pastors don't like it. I have been to churches in my life, just passing through, happen to be there and say, okay, or with somebody, I'll go with you. And they look down into the audience and they see that you ain't going for it. You're not trying to make waves or throw shade or make faces. You're there, but they can see in your spirit that you ain't going for that stuff that they spewing. The guilt trips and to make you feel guilty because of some sin. But they up there, they got their pick of the litter. Oh, Pastor, it was such a good word. I want to know how I can serve. I want to be a part of this ministry. I get down on my knees every night and pray that you stay strong. So if there's anything that I can do, just let me know. Cleavage just looking at you. Them big thighs, big pretty thighs, and them stiletto heels just looking at you. What you think he gonna do? Am I lying? Am I lying? We can't talk about them, but you can talk about Kevin Samuels. You kicking a man after he's gone. Where the hell were you when he was alive? But you were watching him evidently to be able to say the things that you say. You were one of his fans. You probably didn't subscribe. You know, your biggest fans don't really subscribe to you on YouTube, but they damn sure make sure to come around and check out your page. I find it to be so fascinating. But those faction of black men, not even just the hating pastors, but there are many black men out here who will throw shade on the next man because it's not because they're competitive. It's their insecurities. They want to throw off on other people. And when you see a confident black man who is driven, who is focused, who is about his business, a lot of you don't like it. And some of us are afraid to call it out. I'm not afraid to call it out. We got too many hating ass black men out here. hating ass black men that some of us will never come together, because there's some of us who want the stage. We want the podium. We want to be the one to deliver the message. We want to be the one to be the charismatic figure. We want to be the one to be the next Malcolm X. And if we're not speaking the same thing like Malcolm X, a Malcolm X-like figure to push whatever it is that we're pushing, if we don't have that and the next man has that, then we don't like them. There are a lot of black men out here on social media who have more subscribers than me. They have more followers than me. Beautiful situation for them, because I learn from them. The little bit that I talk about from my life experiences, if you can take something from that and make your life better or have a better understanding, not that I know everything, that I've served my purpose. It's not for everybody to be at the helm of the ship. It's not for everybody to be the pilot. It's not for everybody to be the captain of the ship. It's not for everybody to be the CEO of the company. It's not for everybody to be the best boxer in the world, the best scientist in the world, the best nurse in the world. But you can learn from them and make yourself better. And we all can make ourselves better. And if you're not looking to make yourself better, if you're not motivated, you're jealous. Because like my father told me, and I'm going to say it time and time again, motivation and jealousy are different sides of the same coin. If I do something that may be in a different lane, but it's something that can motivate you, then you should be motivated to do something in your own lane. Maybe it's the same, but it's not competitive. You're inspired. But if you don't gain motivation from the things positive that you see outside in the world, guess what? You are envious. Whether you smile and act like you're not, you're envious. How does he do what he does? How does he continue? How does he this? How does he that? Well, I can tell you, I can help you, but you don't want that. You want to be a hater, and you're doing your job. And I'm in the business of collecting haters. I'm not mad at you, because it's a litmus test on how well I'm performing. That if another man lays down the mantle of his manhood to come at me and focus at me and sit up over there and just keep staring at me, going up on it in a way that's not positive, you don't have to compliment me for nothing. I know what I'm doing. And hopefully when my time comes and you play back my videos, and of course, I've evolved. There are things I said years ago that I may have said a little different, but we're all in the process of evolving. But if you are an established pastor and just bust out of nowhere and talk about a next man without offering to help the family, use a damn pimp, use a damn egomaniac, use a damn narcissist, and you don't deserve to be up there. But you're going to stay up there because we got too many stupid ass black folks that will sit here and pastor worship you. You want your ego penises sucked. You want your character and your personality swallowed. And you want to see them burp. And thank you for what they did for you and following you like you really something. You piece of crap. Your track record speaks nothing of anything of a high value man. There are things I've done in the past that go against me being a high value man, and I'll tell you, but never have I been venomous toward the next man. I just don't understand that. I've done my thing humble over the years, not looking for attention. I'll bring people on to get attention, and they've gone on to do higher numbers than me, and I'm applauding it and happy for it, because you know what? Our Creator has a destiny for all of us. All of us. And sometimes we don't know what that destiny might be. Sometimes we've got to go through things to form us in a way and fashion us in a special way so we have understanding in certain situations so we can have the wisdom to help somebody else down the road. Every diamond that you see in the diamond store, the diamond shop, it looks perfect and pretty and glistening now, but what did it have to go through to look like that? What kind of pressure and heat had to be applied to that diamond before it got as pretty as it is? There's too much deception. There's too much tomfoolery. There are too many egos out here. And from now on, as if, not that I wasn't doing it before, but from now on, every time I see it, I'm going to call it out. Pastor Jamal Bryant, I'm going to say it this way. You a piece of shit. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Come at me. Do a background check on me. I got some dirt. I got some pictures out there. I did things. It ain't nothing that nobody don't know about. But I'm never going to kick somebody when they're down or dead. I'm going to try to help. And if I can't say anything good about a person, even when a person screws me over and says bad things about me, I'll step back, maintain my integrity and my dignity, and let karma do its work, and the chips to fall where it may.
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at LANCESCURV.com and follow SCURV on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under LANCESCURV.
Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition, stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion? Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die. But all of the years that we're living, for us there's nothing but hell, pain, torture, and misgiving. Yet the Bible speaks of a heaven filled with material luxury, which the white man and the preacher has right here, so we see. So my friend, take it for what it's worth. Your heaven and your hell is right here on this earth. So let's check back into history, which rewards all research and tells us plainly that before the white man gained entry to the east, he was living in the caves of Europe, a ravenous beast, eating juniper roots and eating flesh raw, till God sent Moses to civilize him and teach him the law. Then, following Marco Polo, an explorer, he gained entry into Asia and Africa. From China, he took silk and gunpowder. From India, he took jute, manganese, and rubber. He raped Africa of her diamonds and her gold. From the Mideast, he took barrels of oil untold, raping, robbing, and murdering everything in his path. The whole black world has tasted of the white man's wrath. So, my friend, it's not hard to tell. A white man's heaven is a black man's hell. America, we were living in the east. By the Nile River, we were living in luxury, enjoying freedom, justice, and equality. We wore silken robes and slippers of gold. We were the wealthiest and the wisest people, I'm told. Now we are the poorest of the poor. Nobody wants us at their door. So Oh, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven is black man hell. When the white man came to America, he told the Indian, I am your white brother. He said, red man, I'll treat you the best. Yet and still he pushed the Indian further west with his white woman and fire water. Tricks and lies, he stole America. The original owner of this nation is cooped up on a reservation. So my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven, black man hell. He needed someone to work the land. His back was too weak. He needed you, black man, so he commissioned Sir John Hawkins to commit the world's most grievous sin, to take a man who's born to be free and bring him down to slavery, to sell a man as merchandise, on his body put a price. Oh, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven is a black man hell.